Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good day today. I sure am. The weather is really nice here. I'm in Central Texas, and I thought I'd just take a few minutes this afternoon to talk to you about a good habit to form early in your life. And the habit is moderation. All things in moderation is a good motto to have. If you think about this, like with regard to exercise, if you exercise too much, what I've noticed over 50 years of watching friends and others play sports and exercise, you can overdo it. And you can actually hurt yourself in the gym. I think the best thing to do is get a moderate amount of exercise. Don't make it a religion. Get good exercise and be active, but don't overdo it. I will say, though, that I think it's a good idea to participate in sports as a young person. And the reason that's so important is that for many of us, we don't have a good father figure at home. And a coach can be an excellent father figure. Now, coaches, like fathers, come in all varieties, and some are better than others. But what I'm saying is that a coach can do a lot for you that a father would typically do. The second benefit, of course, is that you get to play on a team and you learn how important it is to be part of a team. Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go as a team. So, moderation in all things, particularly exercise. Now, what about Bible study? Same thing. Be sure to read a few verses a day. And once in a while, you might get into an in-depth Bible study. Over the course of your lifetime, I'd hope that you'd read the Bible through a few times. If you're in a good church, be sure to go to Sunday school classes. And worship, of course, is very, very important for Christians. But I think that, again, if you're just steady, and regular with your spiritual development, you're going to do just fine. You don't have to overdo it. Although I would say when you become a new believer, it doesn't hurt to immerse yourself in a discipleship program, either through the Navigators or maybe through your particular denomination. Other things that you might think about moderation in drinking. There's a very good example. If you're going to drink, drink in moderation. Don't drink to the point of getting drunk where you can't be responsible for your behavior. That's a very bad thing. It can ruin your life and other people's lives. So don't do that. And don't hang around with people that do that. So there's really two lessons there. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you think you're hanging around with the wrong company, maybe you're the wrong company too. So drinking in moderation. Eating, moderation. Sweets, desserts, carbonated drinks. All of those kind of things are good things that you can enjoy, but you should just have them in moderation. When it comes to studying, you're going to college, how do you balance out the social life with your study life? And I would just say, look, once again, you want to be sure to devote enough time to your studies that you get good grades, because those grades go with you for a long time after you get out of college. But at the same time, you don't have to be taking 6 courses every semester to get through college in a hurry. That's a mistake I made. I think it's better to take 4 or 5 classes and make some friendships while you're there in school. And that takes me to another point about friendships and how important it is to stay in touch with people that you've developed relationships with through your life, starting right in high school. Pick out 2 or 3 friends and make it a point to send them a Christmas card or a birthday card or text message from time to time so that you stay in touch. Do the same thing in college or the military if you go the military route. As you move up through the ranks of the corporate world, you're going to run into people that you can connect with, and if you're not careful, you'll lose touch with them. So an occasional text message or a birthday card will go a long ways towards keeping those relationships fresh. Now, back to the moderation. I think another one is reading. Reading is so important. In my view, if you would read 40 textbooks and understand what's in them, that's the equivalent of a 4-year college degree. And I say that because typically you're going to take 15 hours a semester, which is 5 classes. Each class has a textbook. You do 2 semesters in a year, so that's 10 textbooks. In 4 years, that's 40 textbooks. So if you can imagine just reading through one good book, it doesn't have to be a textbook. It might just be a book on economics, or a book on Bitcoin, or a book on corporate management. It could be a history book. But if you just read one book a month, 12 books a year, every 3 years, you're virtually having another college education piled on top of what you learned in school. If you didn't go to college, don't fret. I think it's, for a lot of people, a big waste of time, because what you learn in college, you can learn by simply reading on a regular basis. And you'd be surprised if you just read 30 minutes a day, how much you can digest in the course of a month. If you're in a profession, I happen to have been a financial planner, prior to that a CPA. But whatever your profession is, if you'll read just 20 or 30 minutes an evening, 5 days a week, in your profession, you will be the most knowledgeable person in your department or your district within a matter of 6 months, because nobody is doing this. 20 minutes a day reading in your profession. It's like continuing professional education. Try that, and you'll be surprised what a difference it'll make in your career. So, to some extent, I've gotten off the point of the moderation a bit. That really is the message I want to give you today. Moderation in all things. Don't be compulsive. Don't be negligent, but be moderate in all things. Your exercise habits, your reading habits, your spiritual habits, um, eating habits, drinking habits, all of those things. Moderation is the name of the game. So I hope that'll help you as you make your way through life, and that you might come back to this notion from time to time that, moderation is the key to success. Thank you so much for watching the video. I've enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and we'll talk to you on the next one.